What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Living in Grand Junction, Colorado. So do you want to know 5 of the best areas to live in Grand Junction with a family? Well, we are going to do just that. And we're also going to pull up the map and show you where all of these areas are so that you can get a good feel of, yeah, maybe that area is resonating with me, or maybe that's an area I don't want to live in at all. But we're going to do it right after this. So stay tuned. What is going on, everyone? I'm Robert Hayes, and along with my wife, Christie, we are the Hayes Home Group right here in gorgeous Grand Junction, Colorado. Hey, if you are brand spanking new to this channel and you just want to know everything about what it's like to work, live, play, eat, sleep, and where to live with a family, make sure that you hit subscribe, tap the bell over there so you're notified every single time we post a new video. We are literally getting reach outs every single day from folks looking to move out this way, and we absolutely love it. So if that's you, or you have any questions about what it's like to live here in Grand Junction, make sure that you reach out any way that you know how. That information popping up below. Give us a phone call, shoot us a text, send us an email, even send that dang carrier pigeon. We've got your back days, nights, weekends when moving out here to Grand Junction. So like I said at the top, 5 best areas to live with a family here in Grand Junction. Now, it's not my list. It's actually a list from a website called Niche, or Niche if you're French, I guess, but let's go with niche.com. And they've compiled a list based on data and reviews and comments and that sort of thing. 5 of the best areas to live with a family here in Grand Junction. Now, if you're not coming with a family, still make sure you stay tuned, because it's going to give you a good snapshot of what's in these areas, who lives there, all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pull up the map. All right, we got the map pulled up here. Let's dive in. Number 5 on the list is Palisade, which is just east of Grand Junction. And really the draw for Palisade, and why it probably came up as number 5 on niche.com, is it's a really, really small town charm feel, even more so than Grand Junction, which, I mean, scale of 1 to 10, Grand Junction to 10. So I guess that makes Palisade like an 11. But if you're really looking for that open space, that small town feel, but still have everything that you could possibly want, you're going to definitely love Palisade. So we had some folks move in with their little kiddos just on the north side of Palisade. So here's Interstate 70 right here, and you take Alberta Avenue, and that'll take you right into a subdivision right here and here. 90s homes, probably in the starting digit of a 5. The rub on Palisade is, because it's only 3,000 people, it's going to be a little difficult to find a ton of subdivisions. There's a brand new one right down here. It's not showing up on the Google view yet, Street View, because it's pretty new. It's called Cresthaven Estates, and those are going for the mid $500,000 range. And then, I mean, you can see, I mean, just ton of orchards. There's 30 plus wineries in Palisade. If you watched our videos on Palisade, Colorado River is right running through south along the border of Palisade. So it's very small, but again, it has everything you need. A small little grocery store. Again, the tough part might be finding an actual subdivision where a home's listed for sale. Here's the other cool thing about Palisade. Palisade High School is right here, and the student to teacher ratio in Palisade is 20 to 1, not 40 to 1, but 20 to 1. Here's a comment from someone on niche.com. She says she loves Palisade, so beautiful and peaceful, has a very upbeat, friendly environment with lots of organic fruits and veggies, in stores and places within walking distance. And of course, you have the Colorado Riverfront Trail that goes all along the Colorado River, so easy access if you want to get on your bike, ride that Riverfront Trail. That's probably the reason why Palisade came in at number 5. Okay, coming in at number 4 is Fruitvale, which is also commonly known as the northeast part of town. We feature that a bunch of times in a lot of our videos. here's the draw for Fruitvale. We actually helped Lene and her little buckaroo last year move into Fruitvale. So here is the north area, and here is the northeast area of Grand Junction, and this is commonly again referred to as Fruitvale. The cool thing about Fruitvale is you've got a ton of neighborhoods to choose from, and from an affordability standpoint, you definitely have that going for you as well. Fruitvale is going to be below our median home price of about $405, so you can pick off a ton of homes for the mid to high 300s in Fruitvale. The other draw for Fruitvale is our second largest park, Long Family Memorial Park. You're going to have that in Fruitvale as well. Look at those gorgeous views right there. Got a nice lake, a little kiddo area for the kids. So if you want that close proximity to Long Family Memorial Park, you're certainly going to have that in the Fruitvale area of Grand Junction. So that's another draw to be, and probably why it came in at number 4. So you have the affordability, you have the park setting, you've got close access to basically everything in town. You've got a Safeway store right there, so real close living in Fruitvale. You have the interstate right there, Interstate 70, so close access there. You have the business loop, which runs south of Fruitvale, so you can basically get to anywhere in town and then get all the way over to the Mesa Mall, which is right here, literally takes you about 6 or 7 minutes. So I'm pretty sure that's why Fruitvale came in at number 4. Okay, that takes us into the third on the list from niche.com, and that's going to be on the west end of the valley, which is a little town called Fruita. We just helped Kelsey, Jason, and the kiddos move into Fruita, and the big draw for them, I mean, Palisade was 3,000 people. Fruita is going to have that spread out feel as well, but it's also going to have all the amenities that you need. There's Fruita right there. So what they loved about Fruita is the fact that they had the close proximity to the Fruita Community Center for the kiddos. I'll pull that up real quick. So there's the Fruita Community Center. It's really not that old. There's also almost maybe a 10-year-old hospital in Fruita, Colorado Canyons. And that's just basically across the street from the community center here. But look at that, indoor basketball courts. Got the indoor pool with the water slide. They've got an outdoor pool as well. Cool shot of the community center at nighttime. So that was the draw for Kelsey and Jason and the kiddos to get to Fruita and have that close access to the community center. Let's go ahead and zoom back in there real quick. So you've got little Salt Wash Park. So you're going to have that access for that youth sports, the softball, all that fun stuff. That's going to be right over here. And then you also have Fruita High School, which is pretty darn close as well. So here's Fruita High School, which is one of the most highly regarded high schools in the Grand Valley. So they're going to be going to Fruita High School, which is also a draw for being in Fruita and probably why it came in at number 3. And then the other thing that's kind of cool is just across Highway 340 across Interstate 70 on the south side, you've got the Dinosaur Journey Museum. What's not to love about that? We have a little hill just south of the museum called Dinosaur Hill. That's where they uncovered one of the world's largest Apatosaurus fossils. So got the Dinosaur Museum there. So if you want the kiddos to have some fun, learn about dinosaurs, I took my son there. I can't tell you how many times to the Dinosaur Museum out there in Fruita. So just a real fun place. And again, probably why it came in at number 3. Okay, coming in at number 2 on the list is good old Grand Junction. So you had Fruitvale right here. And then we had, that's essentially the northeast part of town. So just good old Grand Junction is going to be all this stretch right here down below Highway 6 into downtown, and then kind of curving up through kind of northwest. The draw for just being in Grand Junction, probably why it came in at number 2. Number 1 reason is Canyon View Park, the largest park in Grand Junction. So all kinds of fun stuff for the kiddos to do out there at Canyon View Park. And then you also have a bunch of lakes that go throughout. You can fish there at Canyon View Park as well. And then the affordability is certainly right in our wheelhouse of about $400,000, a little less than that in just Grand Junction. probably in the high 3s, but Canyon View Park there. You also have Mesa Mall, which is in close proximity to Canyon View Park right here out on the west. Let's see, where's Patterson Road? Here's the mall right down here. So that's Mesa Mall. You got grocery stores, close proximity. And then you also have, we just approved, the city did, a $200 million bond for a complete renovation to Grand Junction High School. So that's going to be finished soon. So when that's completed, $200 million bucks, you can bet living in Grand Junction and the kiddos going to that high school, that's going to be just top notch when that's all finished up. So again, coming in at number 2, just Grand Junction proper. Okay, coming in at number 1, best place to live with a family is the Redlands area. And we helped Troy and Crystal and their kiddos move into the Redlands a couple years ago. And I'll show you exactly where they're residing. Here's the Redlands here. You got the Tierrado Golf Course, the number 1 rated golf course in Colorado, the Redlands Mesa Golf Course community. And I'll go ahead and do the street view here. So the cool thing about, just one of the cool things I should say about the Redlands and why it's a great area to live if you have a family is you come along Highway 340, you go south on Monument Road, and that'll essentially take you to the ranger station, the east entrance to the ranger station. Then you get over here to South Camp Road, which is probably the last street you can take. And you go into some subdivisions here. And this is where we got Troy, Crystal, and kiddos into a little enclave called Trails West. What they loved, and I'll type it in here real quick, is the fact that they had Wingate Elementary School right across the street, essentially, from where they live. And I'll pull that up. Distinguished school. That was a big draw for them to have the kiddos go there. And then I'll zoom out again just a little bit. And there's a ton of neighborhoods here off of South Camp Road in the Redlands. You have Canyon Rim over here, Canyon View, Canyon Vista, and Troy and Crystal are here in the Trails West subdivision. They wanted trails, Troy did, and Crystal, they're both just outdoor enthusiasts. They basically leave their house and they're on trails. So all this hiking, mountain biking trails on the east side of where they reside. And then you zoom out a little bit, you've got the Colorado National Monument right here. Look, there's a trailhead right there, the Liberty Cap Trailhead. You can take that all the way to the top of the monument. So that outdoor lifestyle is certainly a big draw for the Redlands, but yet you have those distinguished schools in the Redlands as well that the kiddos have an opportunity to take advantage of. So those are 5 areas, according to niche.com, are some of the best areas to move into with a family. Now, those are all subjective, right? When it comes down to what area to move into that's best for you and your family, that all comes down to you, right? You're the ultimate decider on what you feel are the most important attributes moving into a specific area of Grand Junction. And that's where we can come in when we get on that phone call or we meet you for the first time here, and we already know what you're looking for. What's the most important thing for you guys when you're coming out here? We're already in the back of our minds kind of thinking about certain areas to show you because we've been doing this for so long and we've helped a ton of families move out here to Grand Junction. So the most important thing, get a hold of us. That information popping back up below. As much as we love doing these videos, we'd love nothing more than to help you guys crush your real estate goals moving out this way. So reach out any way that you know how. Give us a phone call, shoot us a text, send us an email, even send that darn carrier pigeon. We've got your back days, nights, weekends when moving out here to Grand Junction. Until the next video, we'll catch you later.